Happy Thanksgiving. Who wants to get ready with me? It is morning 8. It's before 8:30. Holy smokes. The energy is crazy. So, we're going to do a reading. We want to put people on the spot? Let's put people on the spot. Or we can ask Spirit, what's the deal? What's the energy like today? Let's just get a refresher. Just because this morning is so emphatic with its tellings. Okay, so angels of love and light, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. My chakras, my space, my auric fields, and that of my viewers who are excuse me, what do you call it? Current practitioners of light and love who are welcomed in. All others must leave, so please, please, please just scoot them out. Alright, so yes, angels, ask that of my realms, my viewers, and my fam. Okay. I welcome our cosmic families of light and love, ancestors of the light, ascended masters of light, because we're here to gather and behave. Yeah. That's what we gotta do today. And, yeah. I don't even know what to expect out of today, but I think Spirit's telling me, don't expect, you know, just believe in the best. That's what Spirit told me earlier this morning. So I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving Day to us. Happy Thanksgiving Day to us. Yeah. I just used this day, a little day, to get together because earlier this year there was a lacking in that. I know probably that's not the best way, but if it is a way, then it's a way. I am accepting. Excuse me. Alright. So we're going to do a quick energy read. I did self-care last night. You know, I need to make sure that, like, I have to find ways to chill out. Like, I don't even know what it really means to chill out. I'm trying. Oh, you know what? So, like, the energies are so crazy. Let me tell you something first, okay? On my YouTube feed, 3 times already, all of a sudden, I get, like, information on how to, like, lose belly fat, you know? So people see me all of a sudden with, like, belly fat, right? And I see it, like, in my last videos or whatever, but, like, that's what energetically comes through. Like, I've never looked up anything like that, and I just... If I have, it's been like years ago, and it just like bookmarked it or whatever. But this is a completely different thing. It just kind of all of a sudden comes up, like, hey, slight suggestion, Tina. The thing is that there are times where I just like I want to know if people will like me just for me, not when I'm, you know, this way or that. Like whether or not I have a smile, whether or not, you know, I'm trim, whether or not, like, I'm dressed this way or that. So I test people. I've told you that before. But now I'm seeing it even more so that, like, so I just feel like, okay, if I'm like this right now, it's because, you know, I've made certain compromises in my diet. Like, this is not how I regularly am, and I'm like, just fuck it, sometimes. And the only reason I have a blanket here is because I just woke up. And I don't feel like putting on some formal bottoms, so that's why I tried to show you my stomach. I mean, that's a different point of view given that I'm leaning back, but who cares? So anyway, I think this moment is really just trying to like have me look at like what do I really care about? Because I look and I'm like, oh, holy crap, like I've been doing this for a while, and like I know Spirit loves me. I love Spirit. Like, it doesn't change anything on that front, but on that frontier. But like I don't it doesn't matter what I create. Like I must have been shadow banned or something. I don't know what. But that's how I know. Like, sometimes I like try to like recreate the atmosphere in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm underground. Like, anybody that knows about me is like good with me and like solid, and that's who I'm meant for. Like, I have my own crowd. May not be very many people right now, but that's okay. But I keep thinking like the greatest artists, like they're not really meant for their era. Like it really catches on like after the fact, and so maybe I chose that. I don't know. I was like, sometimes I get burnout rationalizing it, and then I just move on to the next thing, and I'm waiting for that moment just to click, like, Tina, snap out of it. Oh, here's the question that came to mind. But like I'm so thankful that I did my self-care regimen. Like, I feel it. Good. And I didn't overdo the sweets last night. At least I don't think I did. But it's good to self-care. Yeah. I even contemplated getting my nails done, but my team says I don't need to do that. I can stay solid in certain areas because there's like a lot of like I don't really need to do that. That's just what they said. So I just need to watch myself because when I get to a phase where I can afford such things and just like be frivolous with certain things and I get to be like a normal person a little bit, it's I mean, there are certain parts where I just need to like hold integrity and hold my space. So as far as caring what other people think, I'm being told to like not, I don't know, just divert my attention, just because like I know what I do this for, honestly, but then I just kind of like I just want to know what it's like on the other side. What does that look like on the other side? Do people really like am I that like trash? And I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Like, anybody who's going to like push that kind of severity on me is like, I know for a fact they think otherwise. They're just trying to like camouflage me. So I just know that, like, for a fact. I know, like, behaviorisms and the meanings behind all of those things. So, like, that part doesn't bother me. I just wonder why. Like, the question has, like, come up at least a couple of times this morning. Like, why is, like, everything such an illusion? I know I'm not. I know I'm good when it comes to being a creator or co-creator. I know, but it seems like, oh, this is the thing. So I noticed that like there is a jump, a slight frequency when it different a shift in people wanting to know like dirt on me, or me like losing my shit for real. And it's crazy to me that's what I know, that everybody knows that people like breed and feed on toxicity. And it's just crazy to me that's the part that I see that is real. And like I did this little like thumbnail description on my YouTube. You can't really see it on like my TikTok, but it transferred from my TikTok to YouTube. And so with YouTube, you have like a headliner to create, a title box. And so I was struggling to, like, I wasn't struggling, but like I had to pick a thumbnail, and you know, I have to like put a little time limit on how much I spend on those things. So that's what came up. And as far as like what it really means, I didn't mean for it to be clickbait, but that's what it kind of was, considering the response that it got. It seemed to be like the most like toxic thing. And I just understand the behaviorisms regardless of what the numbers look like on the outskirts, but the change, anybody who studies numbers and patterns, they focus on the change and the conditions of the change relative to other patternings. So when you're doing forecasting, you're not looking at like the content, how do I say it? The terms of a specific number to reach, like to be good in your field, like great in your field, you're going to look at what that means relative to the previous numbers, and also within the timing, the season of that given number. So approaching the holiday season and the intent to be somewhat, you know, in good tidings, to project something that would convey otherwise, and carry a response. It just like, it's people just like want to like feed into the tabloids. People are still like hooked into like that old world thinking, and me obviously kind of sinking like the claws also into that. You know, I was pretty much transparent with, you know, how I, you know, see myself in this content creating realm. I mean, like, content creating, I mean, it's just kind of like a byproduct, you know, that whole thing is a creative channel for me. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. So they're saying, like, let it go. Don't need to explain it, really. 5 of Cups. Yeah, like, we're holding on to the past, basically. So the Spirit's saying, like, kind of just look away from that. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, this is kind of really this is knowing better. This is a freaking unicorn, like an ancient unicorn. You see that horn right there? It's all twisted. It's not perfect, but you know, that's what we're looking the other way when we know that we're supposed to drop the those burdens, those ways of thinking. It's like we're better than that. We're so much better than that. And we're not even looking in that way. So it's like holding on to old stuffs. So I wanted to ask Spirit, why is like this world such an illusion? You know, when we're built to be, or we are truly unicorns that we have yet to like identify within our own species of like awesomeness. Why is this world such like, how do I say it? Why is there such a struggle to move from old world to new world, Spirit? Why is it truly? Like, we know, like, there are certain people in power, and that it's like a shared tight circle of funds and wealth, and how it's blind to, like, the layman, and built into consumerism. So why is it so difficult to move from old world to new world? Why are there so many illusions that are just held so strong? What is it? Okay, those two. say Knight of Cups in reverse and Three of Wands in reverse. There is a lack of perspective, like lack of belief in oneself. Like this is the King of Cups in Knight of Cups. Shoot. Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. There's players on the inner circle. Like this is Three of Wands is your ships are coming in, like knowing that they're coming in. Like you place your order and they're coming through. But this is like kind of like the underworld, what's happening on the underworld, like cargo, like precious cargo to the underworld that like people play in the field, playing the numbers, the game, and pulling the strings, you see that? That are winding, and like it's like that hook that when you pull people out of the stage, that cane, or you pull people out of stage, like old news, or the in old times, like people are like, hello my baby, hello my honey, and then it's like a kickoff, a boot off of this stage, and so that's what's happening here. So there's a lot of like strings attached. There's a lot of players that are pulling the strings basically, and running the show. That's what it is. Holy smokes. Oh yes, besties from the beyond that work in light and love. Yes, come on in. Of course, you're welcome. So that's what's happening here. Okay, that is a snake though. Okay, descending. So this is a lack of perspective here. This is instead of the ships coming in for the new world, like to transit from like here to there, it's like how do I say it? Coming in. There's a holdup because there's manipulators, players of course, that are like of all sorts. Okay, so these are like junior players basically. Okay, and they don't like, that would be like an ego hit, but they're like, who gives a shit, because they're they're running the money and running amok. So let me just see here what else is going on. Yeah, that's what Spirit tells me. But their sacrifices are done with blood, their own blood, and like real-time blood sacrifices. Like there is some confusion, some polarized views on blood sacrifices. Like the way I depict them, when I speak of them, are all like in negative tones, like things that are done to bind people. How do I say it? The way that these particular things are done, it's like, how do I say it? This is like gang stuff, like this is like gang related, like mafia related. This is like testing someone's loyalty by giving blood, rather than like it's demanding it as rather than like a donation. You see what I'm saying? Like, so there's a difference. Because even when you look at the Catholic religion, like this is the body of Christ, this is the blood of Christ, etc. This is because even that, like, you can twist it, like saying that was a requirement. I don't know. I just know Spirit loves me very much, and I'll love Spirit very much back. But like Spirit doesn't ask me to, hurt myself. Spirit doesn't ask me to, like, do anything that imposes self-harm in order to prove my love. Like, that's so toxic. Spirit doesn't ask for that. Like, Spirit doesn't even, like, want to take those things from me, because it's like, it's like a fake form of a transaction. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, oh, all I have to do is give blood. Okay, here you go. And then, like, what do I get? Like, what do I get in return? It's reduced it down to, like, this petty, like, I don't know. I think you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just saying, when I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it right now. I think I described it well enough to suffice. Okay. The High Priestess in reverse. So, yeah, there are very talented people out there, but they're abusing their gifts. There are people who really don't know their own power, so they hand it over to, like, the realm of, dark, to get what they want. They want their abundance now. They want the fruits of their labor now. They want it grounded now. So, Spirit's watching everyone. Spirit's watching what these people choose, and they're doomed to live that. Do you see that? It's like a bull, you see, with the horns right there. People wanting to work in the darkness, like it's devil dark, right? With the Three of Pentacles there. I know, like, I just recently saw something in Native American belief that they don't believe in the devil or something. I think I saw that somewhere. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that, like, the only thing that's real is love. I think that's a common ground for all, as applicable to many religions. So, but how do I say it? Like, I think there's evil spirits, like, there's darkness that they do acknowledge. So let's just speak within the terms of that, but like building within that greed, that forceful greed. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see. Oh, here. I think that's part of the message, to, like, really look at that, because that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, it still looks like a bull to me. Ugh. Oof. I'm gonna put my hair up if I do that. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Maybe I'll put it on later. But, yeah, that's what it is. But for me, if I'm to hold it, like, I know where I stand. I know where I'm working, like, who I'm working for. I know what purpose, what cause, like, I stand for. So this is me, like, pulling it. Okay, so I'm on the out. I'm looking. I'm surveying the land. A lot of high priestesses that are working within their divine, within the divinity of light and love, scanning the environment, looking at everything. Okay, so there's that positive, there's that polarity. Definitely. Yeah, they're the ones that hold true ancient wisdom. To me, this looks like a scarab beetle, when you look at it like that. But you can identify that there's, like, a real person on the inside when it's an upright. When it's in reversal, all I can see really is the, like, this bull, this evil, like, old entity, like, associated with the devil, darkness, etc. So there's that. Okay. So spirit, okay. Why is it so, and angels of love and light, of course, like the committee, okay. Why is it so difficult to transition from the old world to new world? Like, what are the issues? Nine of Cups. Okay, so happiness. Okay, so I think people are just content with the way things are. This is not the ignorance is bliss card where it's like the Four of Cups. That would, like, I think some people are just genuinely happy with where they're at. Like they've seen some improvements, so they, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Okay, because for me, there's a certain part where in my phases of growth where I was like, oh, I like this phase where like I'm at a certain peak where I get to like involve myself with my gifts. It's exciting to like kind of nuzzle into that, and and nothing's really harming me at this point. I've made a few changes, things are good. It feels like the New Year resolutions just kicked in early, and I'm good. Things are good. So, but like people know with the development of their gifts, Page of Swords in reverse, that's like lying to yourself. There's a lot of liars out there, but for us, like looking at ourselves, that's lying to ourselves. We know that these gifts are meant for a greater purpose, and to know that journey, like foreboding, we know better. Surveying the land out there, we know better. And it's going to incur a lot of other challenges, or more complex challenges, let's put it that way. But we're put to the test because we've proved ourselves worthy enough to level up to the next stage, and this is not something to just like engage, like dance with. There's something more purposeful than and equal to the experience of enjoyment. There's real work to be done. So, okay. Did I miss anything in that, angels? Like my committee. Okay. Is there anything else that we want to add to that? Like, did I miss anything? We can reorient, we can amend, whatever. You just tell me. And yeah, there's an element that's reiterated here in justice. You see the two pillars here, the black and the white, also same here, except they're obelisks right there. They're even done on the same thing. And usually we see this in justice. So there's an element in justice here. It's like 11-11 energy here, just looking at the different, like the variations within that. So for me, like I know that like I'm on the right path when it comes to synchronicities of numbers, especially if they're repetitive, not in its frequency of like how often they come through, but more like if it's repeating numbers like 444, 555, 1111, I know that I'm on the right path. But you know what? Let me let you in on a little secret. What I noticed was that I've always wanted to believe that it had something to do with something always immediately positive. But every time shit has gone down with like the most karmic people, personal, professional, romantic, whatever, platonic, it has been within that frequency of like 1010, 1111, 444, all of those numbers. And like it struck me just recently noticing that, and I was like, motherfucker, like I'm like, hey, Heidi ho, that's cool, this and that, and you realize like when you see that play into communications, especially with work, the toxicity there, or like foul texts that I get from the timing of that when I get from my ex, like I'm like, motherfucker. And then I realized, okay, well, I'm on the right path as far as what I'm supposed to like they're red flags. Like, it's not all those fun and games. Like, people think, like, 11/11 is so cool. And gotta stop romanticizing, things. Like, the angels are just trying to get your, attention on the focus of the work that needs to be done. And so, that's what I'm seeing here. They call out in different ways. And so, I don't know. I'm supposed to take a break from certain things. Like, I'm not supposed to put myself really out there. Four of Wands, it ended up, like, showing itself. It did, like, a little twist. So, it ended up falling in reversal on the Nine of Cups and kind of on the High Priestess. So, Four of Wands in reverse, Three of Discs in reverse. So, what makes it so difficult is people, are pretty happy with, where they're at. And they kind of, like, want to freeze time and spend time to fulfill the changes that they see that can be made. They want to pretty up everything. They want to put a big red bow on it before Christmas. They want to unwrap what's underneath the big red bow, because like the people are wrapped up in the aesthetics, like the fire, the passion of what that means. So Three of Discs in reverse is having to what do you call it? Disassemble almost. Yeah, and Four of Wands is in reversal is here. It's it's like renovation. Four of Wands, like I'm getting renovation vibes. Like they want to romanticize this situation. You see, like the High Priestess in reverse. They get all kinds of ideas. They're super duper smart. So can you imagine, like, when someone is very fixated on intellect, right? That's their like key feature. That's what they're known for. It's, and especially within receptivity, most definitely from divine sources. Now, divine doesn't always mean like working in light and love. So you got to clarify that, especially when you're doing divination. And at least with the intention in mind. But when you speak it, it's more emphatic, okay? So, like the fire, so it's people who associate most with intellect or are labeled as such, they want to get into the feels of things. They want, like, if they feel their fire ignite, like, hell yeah, they want to feel what's going on. They want to romanticize what this means. So it's like kind of holding on to old world vibes within the transition. That's what makes it so difficult. That people kind of like want to hold that to themselves, you see? It's like a self-soothing mechanism in order to make those transits. Like, I want this moment to be mine. Like, it's nostalgic, it's momentous, it's one of the great milestones. So they want to like photograph it. They want to frame it in some kind of manner in order to be like, oh, it's kind of one of those things like, take a picture, it'll last longer, that vibe. So, yeah. Like for me, I mean, like, I'm gonna try to be honest with that part, which is, am I romanticizing this transition, Spirit? I mean, I asked a question, but it's not meant to, I don't think it's meant to direct, like, any, what do you call it, lack of confidence or belief on my part. I think it's more like, like, am I detailing? I don't think am I romanticizing? No, I'm just going with the answers and I'm sharing it. That's it. But I don't feel like it's made me stagnant. Am I? Okay, you just tell me. Okay, like, I don't think that's what I'm doing. So, okay, Queen of Wands. Yeah, I already know my magic. Like, I know what I'm doing. We're good. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Queen of Discs. This is, yeah. And the Hermit. Like, I know it's a process. Like, I'm, yeah. Like, it landed in my lap. This is my personal inbox. Like, I know it's just in the coming. You see? I already know. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. It's due. Gosh, my hair is like, what's going on here? It's due. Like, things are going to, like, turn when they're supposed to. Like, yeah, we're okay. Like, navigating. I have 2 queens in upright and the Hermit. Like, you see, like, going doing the periodic shadow work is going to steer the ship, you see, in the right direction. Like, I'm already going, like, I'm already on path. It's just like what tide is going to have me, like, you know, steer. Yeah, there's something that needs to be discovered. There's something that has yet to be discovered. And I'm getting, this is something that has to do with cosmic tides. This is celestial bound. Do you see? Because the moon, the full moon especially, moves what's going on here. And I'm getting, like, octopus vibes. And we just recently learned that, like a DNA kind of, like, it's very extraterrestrial. The way that an octopus operates, its ability to work incognito, to, like, hide itself, and expand and, like, move quickly through the water, like propel, and how the DNA, like, what is it? The RNA moves information from the DNA to the protein. So there's something about, like, unzipping its DNA structure and recreating it. So there's something about that within me. But it's due to come. Like, there's things are good. Spirits like, you don't worry about it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because if so, they're bullshitting and they're just racking up their own karma. Like, you won't, like, they're gonna do their own self harm. So don't stress. Justice in reverse. Don't stress. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Justice is in the coming. Yeah, you see, she has a plume in hand in the front of her. That's her sword. Yeah, she's writing it as she goes. Steady as she goes. That's a song. But it's a song. And whatever she's doing with that, she's blessed. You see her arms on her chest? Like, she's blessed. Blessed, and also in reverence for death. This is not just renovation. This is or revamping. This is reconciling. This is regenerating. That's what it is. So, but blessed. What is that song? Bless them, bless them, bless. What is it? IDGAF, something like that. It's what's his name? G-Eazy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's very sad though. Like, yeah, so there is an element of death in here. having to let go, release. And there are Egyptian ties to this, following. Absolutely. Like, there are things that I can tell you, but I don't really have to share. So, there's that. But, like, looking at everything. Alright, so justice is, coming. It's in the becoming. Yes. Yeah, and if you look at, the High Priestess, looking at the JV, it's like, justice is becoming, basically. I know that they mean otherwise, but that's... And will, we've seen that before. It looks like will in the lettering. So, it's like, see? Justice will become, So, there's something, like, inverse about that. Because I've been in those shoes before, like, romanticized. It took me, like, 2.5, almost 3 months to realize having to step out of a situation and not, like, and feel comfortable with being uncomfortable again. Like, just kind of get nestled into my own vibes and not romanticize, like, trying to perfect everything because I had certain funds or certain conveniences that my previous job had. Even the accolades are considered, the kind of accolades, energetically speaking, were kind of like, perks too. And so, like, that added to the whole romanticism vibe. And they get that. Like, the higher ups understand that. That's part of their formula. Like, duh. That's, like, part of HR. Duh. Just if you're ever in question, look at your HR department. See how they truly operate. Put them to the test. They earn the money. So, put them to the test. That's like the customer service of, corporate. Put them to the test. Like, I can tell you, every HR person that has been, in the company for at least 5 years will, like, straight up tell you, like, if you get in the goods with them, they'll tell you how much they hate their job and how they hate people. I'm telling you, every single one. I know. And for the last one that I conversed with, I think she's been only in the company for like 2, maybe 3 years or whatever. Maybe longer. I don't know. But she didn't say it, but I read it on her. I read it. She didn't like how she had to bend herself in her voice, being that she's, like, smart. She's very smart. She's intelligent. And she's very well educated. And the fact that she has to hold her tongue is an essence of, like, dumbing herself down. And, like, I know this for a fact. Like, I'm speaking this in goodness, only because, like, I know, like, it actually hurts her. Like, maybe not pain, like, feeling wise, but it whether or not she admits to it, it dumbs her down. And the acknowledgement of it is almost like disgraceful. Like, if she had a moment to talk to her grandmother about it, or someone that she revered, someone that is special to her, maybe her own child, it, like, within a matured state, it would be pretty embarrassing. It would be a disgrace. Like, gosh, you're so smart. You could run your own business, but here you are, like, adding to chaos, pretending like it's not. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the new structure is like, but I know that, like, certain things are just, it's the same stuff. Yeah. So even that person, those people, those energies are due for, like, a comeback. Like, going out to find yourself and then coming back to reality because of the lies that are faced, like that are shielding you. You know, this is mysteries to unfold. These are mysteries untold. Lies. Many stories. That's many. That's not just one singular instance. So don't feel like I'm like after anybody. I'm saying like this happens on a regular. At least with old world. Okay. Okay, temperance, yeah. So it's about recalibration, resituating oneself, like having the temperament to have true work-life balance. So I think this goes in with like quenching the thirst of transiting from old world to new world. We don't have to have that big red bowl. Like, fuck the big red bowl, okay? Let spirit do that, okay? We don't control everything, okay? If they want to put a big red bow on it in this lifetime or within this instance or that instance, let them put it on. But for us, like, it's just expanding like the wasteful like blueprint that we have, you know, in this world. Spirit's just saying it's wasteful. It's an illusion. Like, why does it have to be a big red bow? Why can't it be like a big white bow? Why can't it be like a small, like, pinstripe blue one? What, you know, like, come on. Use your magic. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. What else? King of Pentacles, for real. King of Pentacles, like, Spirit is saying that we are all, like, we have goat energy within us. Greatest of all time. Within our own making, within our own individuality. Like, a lot of people are like saying, you know, there's no such thing as, you know, individualism. There's no such thing as self. You know, we are all part of a collective. Yeah, your spirit still custom made us. Like, don't dissuade yourself from that fact just to make it easier to like just blend in, or no. Like, I think part of that that belief system is to like just love all, but like it negates, like it totally overlooks the fact that like we were custom made, and that's, I mean, you know, we're still, you know, part of one, you know, created within source likeness, though, you know, the summary of all. That's constantly expanding. But, like, how do I say it? Because people say, it's commonly known, that energy neither creates or destroys itself, something like that. And, I just, like, how do I say it? It can only be transmuted and, like, moved or something of that sort. Maybe, like, I'm just not understanding, like, it's not conveyed in its full capacity, because I believe you can create energy. I believe that. And as far as destroying, you can, like, transmute it or channel it into, it's the same thing. Channeling it, like, it's the same type of thing. Yeah. But, like, I really believe you can create energy. So I think there's a lacking in conveying, like, the full frequency of that message. But that's something that goes hand in hand with, you know, the collective, like, and being custom made. So anyway, that's what Spirit is saying. Some food for thought. Okay. Alright, anything else you want to add to that? Angels of love and light. Spirit. Ancestors. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Okay. This one. The star, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. So looking out, she has, this is like, what is it, stigmata on her hands. So she's laying out here and there. So what's going on this side? In my inbox, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. This is fantastic. You know, within the minor arcana, I'd say this is pretty good stuff. So, you see this card again, the 10 of Swords, but when then it's different variation, and it's in reverse. So, we're ascending now. The Phoenix has is like at a midpoint, like in rising from the trampoline, fall. That is I. So there is a calm. Like when you fall from, okay, this is not funny, but like when you fall from a, like, let's say you're falling from like a tower moment, and it's like scary at first, right? But then it's like at a midpoint, you're like, when is this going to end? You've seen this on like, cartoons, like, like it's not really that scary anymore. Like, when's the fall, etc. Or when is it going to be like the hit or whatever. So, inverse to that, saying that there's a calm amidst like the flying up. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know like how I was going to read this card, because usually I read forwards to backwards, but it's telling me to read backwards to forwards. And now I understand the context of like the Knight of Pentacles. Like this is, there's a calm before like it hit like, jackpot when it comes to independence, abundance. Like yeah, that's for real. That's healing right here. All chakras align. There's the goat energy emerging. There's angelic forces. There is, again, the different variation for the third time. The well, I guess kind of like the third time, of justice. So we have the white and we have the black on the side. Those both are wings. It looks like to me, like angelic wings, So there's a balance of both sides, understanding both worlds, as above, so below. Yeah, that's what's going on here. That's my inbox. The Spirit's like saying, okay, star energy, this is what's happening for you, and this is what's happening for the collective. One separated itself, it is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So not like Spirit understands, like they're just create balance in this, because it like segued into temperance, like it, it's like a water slide into temperance. So Spirit's saying, like, we understand, like, as far as digesting, to move from data to wisdom, like, we're creating our own tribal knowledge as well. So like, just it's okay to have like that middle ground, but to like completely like get stuck in the romanticism of it, like Spirit's saying that's the tricky part for everyone. So what laid on the goat and the high priestess in reverse, Knight of Discs in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, and Two of Wands. So this is hopeful, because, okay, reading backwards to forwards, okay, Two of Wands. We're placing our order, we're sizing up things, we're venturing out to even like what seems to be scary, what feels unsafe, because it's just unfamiliar territory. And then Ace of Wands in reverse is finding that creativity within. Yeah. It's a surrender, like losing the identity of old self and just going with, the discoveries. It's exploring the inner child, like really getting to know what was not lived, like living vicariously, kind of like tapping into both worlds. So Knight of Discs in reverse. Oh my gosh, the inner child. That's so weird. Yeah, it's getting to know the inner child. You see, like the gestation right here, incubation. Like, forget about like what we know, like as adults. Like, honestly, okay, there's wings on here. There's like the, some kind of like hawk type of red-tailed, spirit totem. Like, I think Native Americans or like indigenous cultures would understand the affiliation to that, the spirit totem. And I also see like right here, it's kind of like a hummingbird, kind of. So, asleep, yeah. Like that in itself, is a womb. So when we find that creativity within ourselves, guess what? We birth it. Like, you see that? Breaching. Oh my gosh, I got the chills. That is, from my TikTok that I transferred over to, YouTube, that there was, a whale card and there was, breaching. So it's the series, why others are thankful for you. Breaching. How interesting. And then now we have like a calmed white tiger here, as opposed to what we saw in Temperance. You know, the usual, due to the fire, like, you know, ignited. So here we have that calm down. Our inner child calms that spirit down. So the spirit is giving us the answer here. So just, I feel cramps here in the back of my hand, like just a little bit of cramping. That's weird. But it's exercising our magic. So there might be a little bit of strain involved with that. But just like it's a muscle, so like the muscle memory as well. So when you do that, you are allied with like the most resilient forces, Spirit is saying. Yeah, that's just Spirit is saying. So Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's like the comeback. This is the comeback that everyone's, I think, going to be talking about, or maybe is now. But this is the comeback where you venture out, like to drop off that pentacle that you were assigned to drop off, and then you're just coming back. So here, this is the key. The inner child is the comeback. See? That's where Spirit has me come along. You know, there's hope in all of that for both myself and the collective. I love it. What the heck? Okay. Like, that's why Spirit's like saying, don't rush anything. People are going to come to the awareness once they really see. Like, that's what you've always started with. Like, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Spirit's just saying, like, wait. You don't have to, like, pick at it. Things will come. Like, people will get you once they get their stuff. They'll understand. Trust me, Tina. They'll get it. Like, this is a prefix, the link, you know? They're gonna know. They're gonna know. Yeah. For sure. So, I said, okay, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Yep, celebration. They're gonna know. And Tina, like, this is the Ace of Wands branched out. People are gonna see that, like, how expansive I am, how revolutionary I am, how much of a visionary I am, that this is the Three of Cups here. It's epic. This is not, it's not just cups, like, here, holding it. These are waterfalls. Yeah. So that's me working with the divine in all, and the special committee that I have here. Thank you so very much. Okay. Two of Swords. So right now it's just kind of like a wishbone, kind of like a block off right now. So your wishes will come true, Tina. You know, you have both sides. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, just you're recovered, so just be happy with that. That there's clarity now. Like, I don't have to worry about the illusions anymore. Like, Spirit's telling me what's obvious. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I can just keep working on my crafts and just sharpening my tools. Yeah. Mary had a little lamb. Its face was a lot of snow. And everywhere that Mary went, her lamb was sure to go. This is also the element of Jesus, you know. Sacrificial lamb. 2 lions here. I don't know what the signifier is of 2 lions, but it's a fire that has awakened. I'm seeing that the inner child has spoken. Drop the mic, you know. The white cat here. Creature here. And the inner child, you know, the link to that. And it replicated here within a different force. So pat on the back to my inner child for eels. And as well. And, you know, the balance of the fire that's ignited, like taming 2 lions. As above, so below. Protected. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're here for banana crabs. I love it. We're doing it. Okay. Da, 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 da. Why? Fell on Knight of Swords. SLKISENSOAPHZJB. Okay, so we have justice here again for like the 4th or 5th time. Holy moly. I think the 5th time. Because we actually got the justice card too. But it's close. Soap. You know, like when I was trying to put my hair up, I realized that I needed more deodorant. But I wasn't going to say anything. So people are a little too close within my field. So you need to back off. I did take a shower yesterday, yes. And I see Silky. So somebody's saying something about... People are so caught up in like the big red bow, like aesthetics of it all. Like Silky. People are talking about like my hair and like the way I smell or something. Like sometimes like I know my hair smells good. So like some people are saying like, oh, she like her soap or whatever she washes up with is good. But then there's others like who get a little up too close and personal with me. Like in the morning when like I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I just like kind of just rolled over to the other side and decided to do divination. I make personal choices. Yes, I do. I'm entitled to. But like, you know, like, oh, she needs, you know, just stuff like that. People are just so... Anyway, YSL, some people are into that type of, like, vibe and look. I can't imagine... I'm not picturing what that is right now. But anyway, there's hope. I'm seeing Benz again. Lion, loins. Okay, let me just start off with lions, okay? Lions. Okay. Oh, you know what? This has the impressions of Lionsgate portal. A lot of like feline type of strong feline energy here. So definitely, energetically speaking, there's deep-rooted Egyptian ties here. I have Slick. So I'm getting Slick Rick. What is it? The Message. Yeah. Children's story. That's what it is. Once upon a time, not long ago. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, what did I just say? Slick. Oh my gosh. That is, I don't know if it, okay, I don't see a, like, I can't, I have to pull apart lions, but Slick Rick, definitely. That's crazy. Okay. Shape. Okay. So shapes. Okay, so I think there's an element of shape shifting here, especially when we saw that goat energy. Having flexibility to like change things up. It's agility, and again that also brings about the octopus spirit totem as well, not just the lions or the goat or the tiger or the unicorn. There's so many. Okay. So there's an element of shape shifting here. Sky. Most definitely. Okay. So yeah, they're like aim for the sky because it's sharing the S with the upper tier of shapes. Okay. What else? I have 4 more letters here to find a place for. Biz. What is that production thing? It's Lions something. Paramount Pictures? Am I partnering with Paramount Pictures? Who knows? Maybe there's some, I don't know. But Biz is sharing the same eye with Lions. So, just saying. I feel like it. I don't feel anything bad. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm reading here. Oh, I don't know. Because I was trying to find letter where my S and the J would go, the last 2. And the immediate vowel is A, and that would be S-A. That would be sexual assault. What? I knew not to speak quickly, like too soon when I said, like, I don't feel any bad vibes, you know. I initially don't, because I just... What the fuck? Oh, shoot. For reals. Maybe I muted it. Maybe I muted it. Maybe I'm going to be so good that even when I know that people are, like, doing dirty, they're still going to come at me. Who knows? I see that energy on like an individual basis. So like, what's an organization gonna, you know, an organization will still attempt, considering that if it's done on an individual level, then it can be done on a greater plane. But the fact that I called it out, like, there's just like some, you know, we don't know, but let me just show you what's going on here. Let me see if there's anything else that can be done here. Before I don't want to speak too soon. What? Yeah. So let me show you. Okie dokie. So in looking at this, I was gonna just put that there automatically, so that's like right after. And I'm like, no. And so I could put PS, I could do it. There's nothing else, but so when looking at that, when people try to rush us, because I'm like, why did this like shift downwards? So this is like rushing it, right? People are going to try to hook, line, and sinker us. You know, it might not be like this, you know, organization. But like hook, line, and sinker us, but they're snakes, right? Snakes in the grass, snakes in the grass. Snakes can also go like tread in water. So beware. Beware when you're trying to mediate certain things, that there's like that energy that like it's fierce to like push things, like rush us into decisions, to like entice us. And Spirit wants to show me this so that I can make like intelligent decisions when I see like things come about. Because when I do skyrocket. It's going to be equally enticing to others within the business to lock me in. And that's it. I mean, like, there's probably, it could be like gradual. No. No. They're saying, like, don't dumb yourself down, Tina. Like, you've got it. Just because nobody's saying it, like, and people are afraid to get close to you because they know, like, what a smackdown means within the spiritual terms. Not just spiritual terms, but, like, working in so closely with spirit, that, they're just asking for it, and sometimes they don't even know what they're asking for because, like, shit is delivered. 6 of Cups, but there's kinship. People can't deny that they like, there's something about me vibes. But, like, there's a surrender to, like, even whether or not people want to admit to it, there's kinship. That's all there is to it. So I don't need anybody to tell me, like, great job, Tina, or you're my friend, Tina, or I am committed to being a friend to you, Tina. Just like, it's already, like, I'm recovering. Just this awareness alone. Like, a lot of people say that I'm, what do you call it? What is it? Conceited. What is it? Like, a lot of that stuff. But, people don't know my history. Like, I have to be a good friend to myself. I have to give myself accolades. Like, why the fuck not? Well, why can't I be my own best friend if I don't have that, like, anybody telling me that on the outskirts? Why do I have to, like, go without? Spirit says I don't have to go without. Just, like, I don't have to. So why do that? Why put yourself through a hell just because it makes somebody else feel better? Come on, Tina. Get with it. Okay. So I think that's it. So now we know why it's so difficult. Why things feel so difficult to transit from old world to new world. Gotta shake out of those old vibes. I'd like to believe that one day, but that one day is likely when things are, like, under different terms where, it's not going to be as genuine. So, it's okay. I got, my as above. So, it's a good I'm good with the exchange. I'm good. All right. Thanks for your work. Your continued efforts. Okay. That's it for now. Oh. Thank you to my divine committee of love and light. Appreciate it. So awesome. My Bessies from beyond. Yes, much gratitude. And our inner children. We shall thank. Definitely our inner children. Especially. Okay, that's it for now. Now that this reading is officially over, I close all portals that have been opened. Thanks.